Every single day, there are luxury sedans sitting on used car lots across America. Cars that used to cost more than your boss's bad financial decisions now selling for less than a slightly abused Toyota Corolla. And no, they're not broken, they're ignored. The first car I'm about to show you, most people scroll right past it like it's a Craigslist scam. The last one, that one is so over-engineered for the price, it honestly feels illegal. Welcome to Garage Detective, where we don't follow trends, we laugh at them. Today, I'm showing you 3 luxury sedans that the market basically ghosted. I'm talking about cars that went head-to-head with the BMW 5 Series and Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and in some cases, straight up embarrassed them. I'll show you why they're cheap, what will break, what probably won't, and how to not accidentally buy someone else's mechanical nightmare. Listen carefully because if this first one already sounds like a steal, the last one might actually keep you up at night. Before we get into the heavy hitters, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and leave a comment below about which luxury tank you would daily drive. Let's get into it. Lexus LS430. Alright, we are starting with something that, for a very specific group of people, still hits harder than their first paycheck. There was a time when this brand wasn't trying to be almost German, it was trying to beat Germany at its own game. And honestly, it got uncomfortably close. The Lexus LS430, model years 2001 to 2006. And before you click away thinking, oh great, another old man car, yeah, you're not wrong. But also, you're missing the entire point because this wasn't just a luxury sedan. This was a flex from Toyota that basically said, hey Germany, we're going to out-engineer you and then we're going to make it boringly reliable just to make it worse. Buying this car is like dating a librarian who secretly has a black belt. It looks quiet, but it can handle anything you throw at it. A fully loaded LS430 left the dealership somewhere between $55,000 and $66,000. Today, clean, well-kept examples are sitting between $8,000 and $14,000. That is not depreciation, that is a financial crime scene, and you are the beneficiary. Someone somewhere took a $40,000 to $50,000 hit so you can roll around in what is basically a rolling engineering thesis. This car is so quiet that if you argue with your spouse in the passenger seat, you can actually hear their eyes rolling. Under the hood, you have the 4.3-liter V8, the 3UZ FE, 290 horsepower. Now, I know what you're thinking. Only 290? Yeah. And a Dodge Charger owner will tell you that slow right before their transmission files for divorce and moves to a different state. Because this engine isn't about numbers, it's about how it delivers them. It is so smooth and so quiet that at idle, you will legitimately question your life choices trying to figure out if the car is even on. You will look at the tachometer like it's lying to you. With basic maintenance, these engines routinely go past 300,000 miles. There are documented cases over 400,000 miles. That is not a car anymore. That is a member of the family that refuses to move out. Meanwhile, people are out here leasing new cars every 3 years like it's a Netflix subscription they forgot to cancel. Now, step inside. This is where things get disrespectful to modern cars. Remember, this was a $60,000 car in the early 2000s. Adjusted for inflation, you are sitting in something that would cost close to $100,000 today. Semi-aniline leather that actually feels like leather, not like a fancy couch from a budget furniture store. Real wood trim with grain and depth. The kind of interior where your friend gets in, starts talking, and then just stops mid-sentence because they feel like they should be whispering in a cathedral. Mark Levinson Premium Audio System. This sounds ridiculously good. Heated seats, memory seats, and because Lexus engineers apparently had too much free time, rear seat reclining with an ottoman. Yes, an ottoman. Because nothing says I've given up on driving myself like kicking your feet up in the back seat while your teenager drives you to the grocery store. Let's talk reality. If you find one with air suspension, expect it to need attention eventually. Compressor replacement is somewhere between $400 and $800 at an independent shop. People hear that and run away. Meanwhile, they'll happily buy a used BMW 7 Series with 0 service history and act surprised when it financially ruins their entire bloodline. The LS430 tells you what it needs, you fix it, and it moves on. No drama, no emotional damage. Audi A8. Now we go from this, will outlive you, energy to something that feels like it was engineered by a guy named Klaus who drinks espresso at midnight and thinks aluminum is a personality trait. The Audi A8, model years 2004 to 2010. This one is dangerous. Not because it is unreliable, but because if you do not understand what you are looking at, you will either overpay or run away from one of the most advanced cars you can buy at this price. It is the automotive equivalent of a Swiss watch, beautiful and complex, but don't let your cousin Vinny try to fix it with a hammer in his driveway. A fully loaded A8 from this era was $75,000 up to $95,000 when new. Today, $5,000 to $9,000. If you find a really clean one with records, maybe $10,000. That is not depreciation. That is the market having absolutely no idea what to do with this car. The single most important thing about this car is something most buyers do not even know exists: the Audi space frame. Full aluminum construction. Not just an aluminum hood to save weight and impress your neighbor. The entire body structure is aluminum. This thing is roughly 40% lighter than a comparable steel luxury sedan from the same era. That is the difference between going to the gym and just removing the entire couch from your life. Lighter weight means better handling, less stress on the suspension, and better long-term structural integrity. You drive this thing and it does not feel like a big luxury sedan trying to hide its weight. It feels tight and precise, while some modern cars feel like they are buffering mid-corner. Under the hood, you have the 4.2-liter V8, 335 horsepower paired with Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system. Imagine having grip in situations where your brain is like, yeah, we probably should not be doing this. 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds in a full-size luxury sedan from the mid-2000s. Step inside, because this is where Audi decided to remind everyone they were not playing around. Full leather interior, real wood, and real aluminum trim, not that chrome-look plastic that scratches if you breathe on it too hard. And then the sound system, Bang & Olufsen. This isn't just good for a car, it is the reason your living room sounds like a trash can in comparison. It is crisp, deep, and clean. The seats are heated, ventilated, and have massage functions on higher trims. You can adjust them so precisely you will spend 10 minutes finding your perfect setting like you are tuning a race car. Now, let's talk about the part that scares people: maintenance. This is where the A8 separates the adults from people who just wanted a cheap flex. First rule: service history is not optional. If the seller says, "I think it was maintained," you walk away like they just asked you for a kidney. You want records, full records. Second, air suspension. At some point, it will need attention. Compressor replacement is roughly $500 to $900. Again, people panic. Meanwhile, they will finance a brand new SUV for $700 a month and call it a smart move. Third, tires. The Quattro system means all 4 tires need to match. Same brand, same wear. You are not mixing random tires like it is a clearance sale. Full set, $900 to $1,200. Non-negotiable. If you maintain it properly, this car is not the nightmare people think it is. The nightmare comes from neglected examples owned by people who bought a $90,000 car for $6,000 and then tried to maintain it like a lawnmower. That is how you end up crying in a gas station parking lot at 2 in the morning. But a clean, documented A8? That is German flagship engineering for the price of a used economy car that smells like fast food and regret. Infiniti M45 and M37. This is the one. If you have been sitting there thinking, okay, these are good deals, no. This is not a good deal. This is what happens when engineering and the used car market completely lose contact with reality. The Infiniti M45 and its slightly more sensible sibling, the Infiniti M37, model years 2006 to 2010. And this one is for people who want something dangerous. Not unreliable, dangerous to your self-control. Because once you drive it, you are going to start questioning why you would ever spend more money on anything else. It is like finding out the quiet kid in class is actually a professional MMA fighter. When new, a fully loaded M45 sat between $48,000 and $58,000. Today, $5,000 to $9,000. That is it. That is all it takes to get into a rear-wheel drive V8 luxury sedan that was literally built to fight the BMW 5 Series and Mercedes-Benz E-Class and not embarrass itself. Actually, scratch that. In some ways, it embarrassed them. And the reason is simple. Infiniti did not try to out-German the Germans by adding complexity. They did it by simplifying the right things. Let's start with the setup. Rear-wheel drive. Near-perfect weight distribution. Double wishbone front suspension. Multi-link rear. This was not designed to just feel nice. This was designed to handle, to actually drive. And when you push it, it shows. It does not feel like a big luxury sedan pretending to be sporty. It feels like a sports sedan that just happens to have heated seats and a really good sound system. Now, engines, because this is where it gets fun. The M37 comes with a 3.7-liter V6, 330 horsepower, naturally aspirated. No turbos. No, we added 3 extra components just to make it complicated. Just a solid high-revving engine that responds instantly when you hit the gas. It is the kind of engine that makes you downshift for no reason just to hear it. Now, the M45. That is where things get a little irresponsible. 4.5-liter V8, 325 horsepower, and more importantly, torque. Real torque. The kind that pushes you back into the seat and makes you grin like you just found a $20 bill in an old pair of jeans. 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds in a car that most people assume is just another quiet executive sedan. This is what I call silent chaos. From the outside, it looks calm. Inside, you are having a great time. And the best part? No turbochargers, which means less heat, less complexity, and fewer repair bills the size of your monthly rent. Now, step inside, because this is where people really underestimate this car. Leather seats that actually age well if you take care of them. Real wood trim, not fake, not printed, not inspired by wood. Actual wood. Bose premium audio system that still sounds genuinely good. Dual-zone climate control, heated seats, ventilated seats on higher trims, and a navigation system which, again, looks like early 2000s technology, but at least it does not crash every time you connect your phone. Everything feels like it was built with intention, not rushed, not good enough. Now, let's talk reality. First thing, check timing chain components on higher mileage cars. It is not a guaranteed failure, but it is something you verify. Second, rear differential fluid on the V8 models. Simple maintenance, but people ignore it and then act surprised later. Classic. Other than that, this is where it gets almost boring. Oil changes, brakes, tires. That is it. This is a car that a competent independent mechanic can handle without needing a PhD and a special laptop from Germany. Parts availability is strong, and the ownership experience is shockingly normal for something that feels this good to drive. The market never paid attention to this car. Everyone knows the Infiniti G35. Nobody remembers the M. It just disappeared. While people chased SUVs, crossovers, and anything with plastic cladding and fake off-road vibes, this thing sat quietly on used car lots waiting. And now it is cheaper than it has any right to be. You are getting rear-wheel drive dynamics, a naturally aspirated V6 or V8, and a luxury interior for the price of a used economy car that struggles to merge onto the highway without a prayer and a headwind. 3 cars, 3 completely different approaches, 1 identical outcome. They were built at a time when manufacturers were trying to prove something, not just cut costs, not chase trends, but actually prove something. And today, they are cheap for one reason only: the market moved on. Not because they failed, not because they are bad, but because people simply stopped paying attention. And that is exactly where the opportunity is for you. If this video changed the way you look at used cars, hit that like button so more people stop overpaying for boring vehicles that have the personality of a wet paper towel. Don't forget to subscribe to Garage Detective, where we find the cars the market forgot and remind you why they were expensive in the first place. Drop a comment below and tell me, would you take the Lexus, the Audi, or the Infiniti? Remember, the best car you will ever own might already be sitting on a lot somewhere, ignored, underpriced, and waiting for someone who actually knows what they are looking at. See you in the next one.